twist of fate. Don Lemon was fired from CNN. Now the former CEO of CNN, Chris Licht, is fired. I'm Tyrone Bowman. This is Tyrone Bowman Tonight. According to the Hollywood Reporter, quote, the CNO, I messed it. You know, this is live. I can't take it back. I got to keep going. According to the Hollywood Reporter, and I quote, the Chris Licht era at CNN is over. The CNN CEO will be departing the company after only a year. Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav confirmed the news to CNN staff on the news organization's daily editorial call. Zaslav praised Licht for his amazing career, but acknowledged that his leadership at CNN was not successful. Quote, I take full responsibility, close quote. Zaslav told CNN staff on the call. CNN intern leadership will be Amy Intellis, the longtime head of talent and content development, head of editorial Virginia Mosley, programming chief Eric Schilling, and David Levy, who was announced as the incoming COO or chief operating officer of CNN just last week. Zaslav told staff that the company is now beginning the search for a new CNN chief and will be looking both internally and externally. The search will take a while, he said, adding that he was not in a rush to find a successor. Let me just add this. Wouldn't it be ironic if Don Lemon came back and became the CEO of CNN after the mistreatment that they put him through? Because his firing was totally unnecessary. I don't care what the other side has to say about it. It was unwarranted. Now back to the story. The job of leading CNN was never going to be easy, especially at a time of huge disruption and transformation, and he has poured his heart and soul into it, Zaslav said. While we know we have work to do as we look to identify a new leader, we have absolute confidence in the team we have in place and will continue to fight for CNN and its world-class journalism. The decision to part ways with Licht follows a town hall with President Donald Trump that drew serious backlash from viewers and employees. Declining linear ratings despite reworked programming, and an Atlantic article that demoralized staff, forcing Licht to apologize on Monday's editorial call. Licht, a longtime producer on shows like MSNBC's Morning Joe, CBS This Morning, and The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, joined CNN last month with a mandate to rebuild trust in the cable news channel. Licht and Zaslav had argued that CNN had lost its way during the Trump years, becoming more of an advocacy channel rather than a news channel, and were on a mission to once again make the news, the star, and a purveyor of facts and truth, as David Zaslav told CNN staff in a town hall earlier this year, hearkening back to a term from the Ted Turner era. Even when the ratings were good, the overall brand, the perception of the brand, was left-leaning, Zaslav said at a Monteith Nathanson conference May 18th. However, Licht was not a frequent presence in the newsroom, opting to work out of an office on an executive floor rather than alongside the journalist he oversees. His predecessor, Jeff Zucker, had a comfortably modest office right off the newsroom floor. While the initial reaction to his hiring was positive, both from CNN staffers and from his former colleagues, this is one of the big boy jobs, and there is no doubt in my mind that he has the intelligence, he has the kahunas, he has the wit to take it all on, CBS Morning co-anchor Gayle King told The Hollywood Reporter in an interview after his hiring. Whatever. And when he joined the company, he seemingly put his producing skills on the sidelines in favor of leaning into the executive responsibilities. That was a stark contrast to Zucker, who closely monitored CNN programming and would suggest questions, listen, suggest questions to anchors mid interview. And some staff were confused by the mission, fearing that higher ups conflated serious journalism with advocacy based on the reception from Trump or other Republican political figures. Litch always knew that his time leading CNN would be temporary. At a PLA Center event April 20, he told the lunchtime crowd that internally, we talk a lot about the who's ever sitting in my chair. You are a temporary occupant, and you are a caretaker of that chair, close quote. But in true Game of Thrones fashion, to lean on another WB owned property, the occupant of that chair clearly should have no expectations in keeping it for long. I'm Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender, never quit.